Saturday night. My balls was hot. Know what I mean?
Oh. Oh my god. I wanted to go golf yesterday with my buddy Matt, but I couldn't because I had to work forever. All I want to do is golf, man. Is that too much to
You just
ask?
want to be the golf man.
Yeah. I just want to golf, bro.
Is Starfield Game of the Year already?
No.
Uh? Uh?
Who?
Oh, shit. Q, thank you for lurking. You fucking sex pot, you. Are you caught up on the, Are you caught up on the fucking, on the, Ahsoka? Or any of the other... Oh, yeah, dude, the viewers are fucking rolling in on TikTok right now.
No, I haven't. I didn't even watch the last season of Mandalorian.
It's good stuff.
Like, I'm missing.
Ahsoka's
What
pretty
have
good
I
so
missed?
far.
I think the last thing I actively sat down and watched was
Boba Fett you can skip.
the Scarlet Witch show. And that was like what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
True.
I think that was the last thing from Marvel that I watched. Marvel Disney that I watched.
The Mandalorian season 2 was really good. Season 3 I wasn't super crazy about. I like Ahsoka so far though.
I've heard it was good.
It's pretty good. It's a lot of like mystical stuff, which I think they haven't really like done a whole lot with Star Wars in a while. So I'm pretty pumped that they're doing that. Okay, gonna tweet the thing. I drank too much coffee and my belly hurts. My little fucking tum tum hurts.
Dude, this was the week that I turned like my diet and my lifting back on. So I'm cutting out like an extra 500 to 750 calories a day. So like I couldn't get out of bed this morning
Oh my god.
because I starved myself for 4 days straight. But then I'm also like lifting heavy again, which is not what you should be doing when you cut calories this much.
Yeah, you
Uh,
gotta fuel up.
and my stomach was like, hey, you've had 2.5 to 3 weeks in a row of eating like shit and treating your body like shit.
Yeah.
So we're just going to flush all of this out now that you restarted.
Guess what?
And
You're about to
my,
poop.
oh, yeah, it was not good for a couple of days.
No. Hi, Reg. Good luck. Um, yeah, so I've been running again, and yesterday, yeah, today's my day off. Tomorrow, I have to. It's fucking pouring tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to just wait until I see
Wait,
a
is
lull.
it?
It's gonna pour.
Is it going to rain Saturday too? I want
It
to
is.
golf.
Yes, it is gonna rain. It is gonna rain all day Saturday.
No!
Yep. Go to a golf sim. You know what we should do is go to the clubhouse in Middleton sometime.
What the fuck?
Really good indoor golf sim, and they also have like pool tables and cornhole and a full bar and everything else. So, good place to get loaded and also golf.
Is it going to rain all day Saturday?
That is what I was told.
No. I just want to
No.
go.
Can you do a like give me like a Darth Vader no?
No.
Thank you. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Um. Yeah, dude, my tea time's at 9:30.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't know.
All right.
Saturday, my brother, is gonna rain like a motherfucker. You might be all right. It might stop. It looks. No, it's gonna. It says it might stop around like 10, so maybe you'll be catching the tail end of it. But it's gonna be fucking gross. It's gonna be wet as fuck. They might. You know what they might say is no golf carts because it's rainy and it's gonna tear up the fairways.
No, it would be car path only if that were the case.
They
wouldn't make you walk it. They wouldn't make you walk it.
I'm just saying. I have been to a golf course before where they were like, the ground is too wet and the cart path itself even is like too muddy and we can't have it. I have seen it happen. I am only sharing my experience. You are probably right, but I have been there and we did turn around because I was like, fuck that. That was at Sagamore actually. It was too wet.
It says thunderstorms likely in the morning.
Hey, good thing that you're swinging around big metal objects to attract fucking lightning.
61% chance. Bro, come on, man. I just want to golf.
I'm just trying to golf. Also, I've been really trying to figure out a card game to play. I played some Hearthstone earlier today. I just couldn't. I played one game and I was like,
Bro, just play TFT. It's a fucking glorified card game.
I want cards. I want actual cards.
Physical cards or?
I don't know. I don't know. No, it can't be physical cards because I can't make time to like go to fucking Battleground and play. I would love to, but
I've always been scared of Magic. Because if I got into it, I would get too into it.
Yeah, like I love looking at the Magic cards, and I played some Arena earlier today, and I had fun playing it. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just clicking on the cards that it lets me click on. Runeterra, I thought stunk. I played a little bit of it, Reg, or Q, I didn't like it.
Q, I haven't touched Tarkov this wipe. I really haven't had much time to play anything outside of the core few games I've been playing.
Yeah. Pokemon TCG is good. But like, I don't know. I don't know enough people that play it, and it also seems a little too simplified. But
that's why you got to just play TFT.
I think I'm gonna try to do Magic. I might get back into Magic. I have some
cards,
and I like
just play TFT. We could do a whole stream session. I'll teach you how to play the game. Make content out of it.
I don't know. The whole auto chess thing doesn't.
Oh, stop! Just get over that part of the game.
I don't want to. I don't know. It just doesn't like.
God.
It doesn't appeal to me.
Just fucking insane.
Pokemon TCG on Switch says Boston's. Yeah, no, I like the Pokemon trading card game, and I've played Pokemon TCG Live quite a bit, and I like it a lot. But I don't know. I love card games. I love CCGs and shit like that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a baby.
You are a baby. Let me teach you how to play TFT, you fucking baby.
I did just reinstall League.
Well, we don't need to go that far.
Bryland, how are you? I hope hope Arkansas is treating you well. Idle T Patches shit it. 42069. Hello.
Nice.
Sorry, I think I'm idle.
No. You probably got it right.
I'd let Patches hit it. Oh, that's what it is. I'd let.
No. You had it right the first time.
Dude, I swear.
Idle T Patches shit it.
Idle T Patches. Am I fucking dude? Did I just have an aneurysm live on fucking stream, dude?
Idle T Patches shit it. That's it. That's also the name of this episode.
I'd let Patches hit it. 42069. Hello, appreciate you. I forgot I changed my username. I used to be HerpDerp117. Hello, HerpDerp117.
Oh shit,
dude! Oh my god, Idle T Patches shit it. I got a review code for Destiny 2 Final Shape, so I'm back. I will be on my Destiny bullshit. I'm legally obligated to play the game now, so
yeah,
I guess I'm back. You should play that with me.
Dude, no. Dude,
See?
Destiny doesn't do it for me.
See? That's the same thing. LD, hello. Idle T patches shit it. I only changed it because one of the hitless streamers has beef with patches. Oh, okay. Who's patches?
Patches O'Houlihan? Potentially?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit, there's a big Golfer's Warehouse sale going on right now.
Ooh, maybe I'll go see if they have any Bad Birdie polos, because they usually have good sales on those. Q, your dad plays Destiny? That's pretty funny. I don't know why, but I'm just picturing like a very old Scottish man as your father, not a gamer. They didn't increase the power cap again. Yeah, I mean, it's just the level grind in that game is not fun. And like I don't know, it just like constantly fucking like getting loot is the gunplay is phenomenal. It is the best gunplay in any first person shooter, and bar none. Bungie knows what the fuck they're doing with that aspect of the game, but the like level grinding and like infusing weapons and shit like that just gets so fucking old. And they've been chasing their tail for so long with the story and being like, just wait, the real big bad guy is going to be coming out next season. And, you know, it's just, I don't know. It feels like they're just kind of like dicking you around. He also reads it as shit it. I'm coming down the fucking days until I can change my username. Oh my god.
I don't think you should.
Shit it.
I'm a fan.
Last time my dad played a video game was Rogue Squadron for N64. That's a good ass game. It's a good ass game, is what that is. Pete Marino just joined us on the fucking TikTok stream. Hello, Pete. Love
Hey,
you.
Pete.
Smooches. Tell your friends. This says gaming ranking. I wonder what that means.
I don't know. I'm so busy. I'm so busy looking at golf clubs right now.
Oh, you can click on the fucking live thing on the TikTok app, and you can see where you rank in terms of gaming live streams.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we're not in the top 100. 99th is 340,000 viewers. Fuck, how do we do that, dude? We gotta start throwing ass is what we gotta do.
What? What the fuck?
Armored Core 6 downloading now. Woo. Brylan, give me a couple good reasons why I should play Armored Core 6, please. Ready, set, go.
Again, I don't understand the appeal. I love FromSoft games. I just never understood the appeal of Armored Core.
I mean, I would love a good mech game, don't get me wrong. I want to be able to create my own giant robot and beat the fuck out of people. That's what I want to do. Tigathy!
Hey, bud.
Wow, dude. Looking like you just fucking came off the Top Gun set.
Oh, you know, I forgot the glasses. I'm going to be honest. They were sitting right here.
Wow, dude. I got to go throw on a better shirt.
Yeah.
I got to throw on something zesty.
I got the volleyball right there, too, if you want me to go grab it.
I do. Hold on, wait. Let me get you right there. Dude, wow. Hold on. Let me fix the TikTok box. Boom, there we go. Hold on, I'll be right back.
You missed it. Herp Derp changed their name on what's it called, on Twitch. To I'd let Patches hit it, and Dom enunciated Idle T Patches shit it.
That's pretty close.
And, I mean, I thought it was hilarious.
Doc Bob Feet Picks calendar. I think we need, 10,000 subscribers for that?
Where's that? Who said that?
Idle Patches shit it.
Oh, yeah. We need a lot more than that, I think. Actually, you get us 10K subs. All right. Okay. Sure.
You'll take that call.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll do it. Definitely do it.
How you been, Doc? You been good?
Bro, all I do is work. We're working fucking 12 hours every single day. And today was no different.
I don't envy you.
And then tomorrow I'm on late shift. And tonight I should check to see when the last patient ends, because the past 4 times I've been on late shift, I've been able to leave early.
Mhm.
But I have a bad feeling this week ain't going to be one of those days. When did I get rid of my secret labs chair? Q asks.
Damn.
Probably like
Damn, son.
6 months ago, 5 months ago.
Let me get the chain out here.
I had to get an ergonomics.
Oh,
You just had that thing hanging on the stand, ready to go.
just go. You know, I keep that motherfucking thing on me. You know.
I'm not changing. I'm too tired.
Oh, tired baby. Who's your joy, boy? All right, cool. Here we go. Here we are. Take your angle your camera down just a little bit.
Down more?
Yeah, just a little bit. I just want to see a little bit more torso.
Oh yeah, gotta see some chest hair. Get some chest hair in camera.
Yeah,
Get that in frame. Get that in frame.
There it is. There he is. All right, let's get this fucking road on the show here. Gameplay looks like Sekiro, Stagger Bar, and everything. Not Dark Souls with robots, but if you like customizing your player character and looking cool, blowing things up, it's for you. Okay, but is it hard? Like, is it like Dark Souls difficulty? Or like, can I just go and like blow shit up as a giant robot? Or do I need to like learn another fucking language in order to play it? Because I just want to download it and play as a giant robot and blow things up. I don't want to learn fucking builds. I'm fine with it if it exists, but I don't want to have to, is what I'm saying. So if I don't have to do that, just let me know. AC6 is not a game you can play while holding a small human. All right, well, I'm out. For that reason, I'm out. Let's do the show. On this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast, hold on one second. I forgot to change a setting. Could you guys hear that? Could you guys hear the outro playing on stream? Could somebody tell me that?
Yes.
You can? Okay, good. I fixed it. I'm a fucking genius. All right. On this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast, we are going to be talking about a whole bunch of great stuff. Gamescom is now over. People are still rushing stages at gaming events. We've got some updates on COD and a whole bunch of other good stuff. So sit down, strap yourselves in, keep your arms and legs inside the podcast at all times, because we are about to take off with episode 351 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Let's go. Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. Your boy Papa Don. We are live, direct, and handsome. Give it up for Tiggy, who is now with us once again. Just give it on up for him. Folks, we have a bit of an announcement to make. You might have noticed that Tiggy has been with us now for several consecutive episodes. So much so that legally, I don't think that we can get rid of him.
We can't.
He is now.
It's like squatters' rights.
It's squatters' rights.
It's like squatters' rights. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is squatters' rights. So we have decided, Bob and myself, we had a talk. We sat down. We went to the big kids' room, and we had a talk, dad to dad, and we decided to extend the invitation to Tiggy for a permanent residency, for as long as he wants it, to be our new third host on Not Another Gaming Podcast, again, for the foreseeable future. So, congratulations, Tiggy. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And we welcome you in a more permanent manner to Not Another Gaming Podcast. How do you feel?
Thank you. Thank you guys. I'd like to thank you guys first and foremost, like all those people living in outside of Portland, Oregon, who are just squatting forever until they eventually gain residency. It proves it works. So, keep on trying. One of these times the owners will just be pushing over and giving you the keys. So, I don't want to. This isn't the end. This is the start, and I want to be held to some accountability here, both from you and from the chat. So,
yeah, Chad, you heard it here first. Yell at Tiggy. Yell at him.
Yell at
him like you yell at us.
Treat him with the exact same amount of respect that you treat Bob with. None.
Which is none. There is none.
Maybe not that far.
Yeah, somewhere in between myself and Dom.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. Just a happy medium.
Yeah, but the problem is a division of 0 respect still equates to 0. So
Very true.
you guys are going to have to start showing me at least 1% of respect.
Yeah, I don't know if Chad can muster that, but welcome.
It is a big ask.
Welcome to the show officially.
Thank you.
Ken has welcomed you with open arms and said F Tiggy.
Yep, absolutely.
So thank you all for the warm welcome. And we're back. It's episode 351. Idle T Patches Shit It 42069 said this calls for celebration, and I forgot that we had the beer chugging thing, so I'm gonna chug a beer. It's been a fucking day. I'm chugging a beer.
Dude, I don't even own beer.
I'm chugging a beer.
I don't know.
I haven't had alcohol in my fridge since Dom was still coming over to do the show live at my apartment.
I feel like I have to chug a beer.
Go ahead, go chug a beer.
I feel like I can't not chug a beer.
Go chug
It's
a
not
beer.
going to be great. It's going to be started the hate right off the rip, bud.
Wow. You guys better be fucking nice to Tiggy. Do you hear me? If you're mean to Tiggy, it's going to make me happy. All right, guys? You sure you want me to be happy? So you should not do that. It would really make me happy. Really make me happy. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone's having a good night besides Ken. Fuck you. Idle T Patches Shit It. I hope you enjoy your celebration. Don't you hear? I hope you also enjoy your celebration. Ken, I hope you slip away by a large, rather mediocre gust of wind. Who else is in here today? Bryland, how are you doing, Bryland? Q, I hope you always have a good day, Q. You've earned it. You've earned it. You've definitely earned it. It's getting a little ridiculous that they're taking this long to just get a beer.
I wanted to find a glass to chug it out of, you fucking Neanderthal.
It's insane.
All right.
I'm back. I wanted to get a glass.
Same.
What am I fucking?
Look at that.
Barbarian?
Well, we have two options. I had 0 beer in my fridge.
Oh,
So
boy.
I have a Worms Coors Banquet.
Oh, Jesus.
Just
or
don't.
I have a cold Topo Chico hard seltzer.
Ooh,
How about you just casually drink it? Huh?
That's why I got a second one, so I can casually drink that. The Topo Chicos are delicious.
Should we leave it up to the chat to decide the punishment?
Yes.
Not even the punishment, the celebration.
Yeah. Warm Coors Banquet.
Don't drink the Coors Banquet. That's gross.
So logic, I would say, logically, I would chug the banquet and then just keep the Topo Chico to wash it down with slowly and gently.
Dude, gross.
We're
adults. We're adults. We don't have to listen to anything chat says.
Well, Pat Shit It 42069 said, bash them together like Stone Cold and chug them both.
Again, we're adults. We don't have to listen to any of them.
I'm just trying to be respectful of the viewers. Pete said,
fuck them.
Way more handsome than your last third host. Agreed. And Pete also said, go for the cold. Don't ruin your night with the warm stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
So, we got 1-1, and then both of them. So
chug the Topo.
So Ty goes to the thing that's not going to make you.
Ty
sick.
goes to the runner. Yeah, you're the fastest runner.
I'm the runner. Dealer's choice. Okay.
I can't even run.
You were running for a little bit. You were jogging or something, weren't you?
Dude, that was like a year ago, and then it was really putting a strain on my knees. So now it's all Peloton, baby.
Dude, Peloton's great. Good for the quad skis.
I fucking rip. My fucking thighs are getting Rock
Let me see.
hard.
Flex the quads real quick. Let me see.
Hold on, bro. You want to see this shit?
It says chug a beer.
Ooh! I wish the mic was closer so I could hear the fucking.
Yeah, it's a lot of meat. It's all meat, baby.
There'd be
Does it say
exactly.
chug a beer?
There'd be exactly 0 marbling in that if we cut you open to the side and made a little steak out of it. No marbling. No fat.
Hey, how about this in terms of the beer? Okay, I'll drink the seltzer now, but on Saturday, I will give you a beer mile streamed at twitch.tv/TiggyNation Saturday morning.
That's love that. I love it.
Okay.
All right. Hey,
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
A toast to a lot more episodes with Tiggy, and to me running a little faster tomorrow than I did yesterday. And to your beer. Cheers.
I got like a really bad golfer stand. Like really bad golfer stand. They're General Clap tan line on, right? That's what I'm saying. It's pretty bad. Hold on.
We had a sub or a follow or something, and I fucking General Clap with the follow. Thank you, General Clap.
Can you see it as bad on my arm?
Yeah.
It's bad.
Sure.
It's way worse on my knees, on my legs though.
How was the topo, Tiggy?
It was a lot better than I thought, but it doesn't make it any better, you know.
No,
yeah.
chugging something like that is just not good.
Yeah. We only had these. We went to the waste management out here in February.
Wasted management.
The wasted management. So we were out there, and they didn't have like the only things they really sold were like these Topo Chicos everywhere. So
yeah.
It just reminds me of that, and may or may not have been things coming out of my body. Who knows? But
yeah, no wasted.
Nice to making memories.
I've heard that that's a no joke. I heard that that's no joke of an event. Wasted management.
It's wild. It's the 5th major, some call it.
That's right.
The players major.
It's definitely the biggest major for people's livers. Colonel 3285, thank you so much for the follow. Let's get the fuck right into it, huh? Now I'm gonna fire it up. My fucking blood pressure's up. I'm ready to go. I wasn't even gonna drink tonight because I'm convinced that I'm abusing my body too much on the days that I am not running, and I should be doing the opposite. I should be abusing it after I run, and like drink and eat and stuff like that, like an asshole. Which is why tomorrow's run is on a Friday. But now I'm doing this tonight, so I'm gonna wake up feeling like shit tomorrow, and I'm gonna have to run. But it's all right. I'm just trying to do intervals and stuff, so I'm getting there. But I have to get a better off day routine. I think that'll help me during the on days. But who knows?
Absolutely.
What do I know? I'm not a veteran, so I just
Nor am I.
But we're here. We've talked about how people are. I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3. Tiggy, what is the league ranked update? How are we looking?
We're still chilling in Silver 4. So I found out it may have been on this pod or someone else, but they said I wasn't able to decay any further than Silver 4. It may have been Dr. Bob. It may have been superstar top 50 champion Dr. Bob said you cannot decay past a certain level once you get to a certain higher rank.
Correct,
so once I figure that out, the pressure's a little off, and I feel like I don't play my best without pressure. So I might have won.
You're blaming this on me?
No. I'm not blaming.
Wow.
I don't point any fingers. I'm not pointing any fingers, but I did go 1-7 ever since I made silver. So I'm trying to reel it in. And then I won 2 games Monday, and my friend Troy, who, is like master tier, he's good. And I was only getting like 10, 12, 15 LP every win. And he was like, that's what happens like when you're probably at your elo. And I was like it's gotta be wrong, right? And he's like, I don't know, I think Ryan May got it right here. So he was like, why don't you just make another account? I'm like, this is my only account. Like, what do you mean?
What are you gonna do? Grind to 30 again just to unlock rank? It's gonna take you another fucking $100 to do.
Well, I know some people, it's not, some people, bad people that get banned eventually maybe buy accounts for like $2 for a level 30 account or something like that. Allegedly. I wouldn't know anything about it, but if you see a T1 GGY nation out there,
Yeah, but then you lose all your skins, bro. I can't do that.
Yeah, I have like Snowboardinger. I mean, I got the golden one already. So
I got Snowboardinger too. I have a bunch of fucking old legacy skins, dude, that are so hard that you can't. They vaulted them.
You can't get them. You have to get them in your shop.
When I was playing was 8 fucking years ago, and before that too. In college, I was playing, and I was getting all those old skins. But dude, I might have the magic again for TFT. I'm on the climb right now.
You've been grinding it.
I mean, I don't have a
every
choice.
other week. You're like, you either take a break or you're like, I'm back. I'm top 50.
So the mid-set patch happened this week.
Okay.
Which means I still have half of a fucking set to go. And I'm already at Diamond 2. I've made it as high as Diamond 1 88 LP. And right now, I'm on like a 3-game top 4 streak. So I'm up LP for the past 3 games. But I'm also working 12 hours a day. And the only thing I can play while I work is TFT.
Makes sense.
You have no choice but to grind.
Yeah.
You never had a choice.
Never had a choice. Ryland, thank you for the
you
5 gifted.
Fucking stud, you. Thank you so much. The pride of Arkansas.
Hell yeah.
Lundoplex.
Don't getting exposed. Don't getting exposed for not being sub tough.
Whoa.
I used my. Wait, is it a new month? No, it's an old month. Oh shit.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. Ugh.
Jeez.
Me and Steve and Coleman, regulars,
You just
absolutely fucking exposed.
You just got pantsed live during the podcast.
Well, the thing is now I stay logged in on the fucking. Usually, I stayed logged in on my personal, so that I can chat as me. But I'm logged in as WGG, so I can moderate the fucking chat. But you know.
Yeah. Okay. Keep working on excuses. How was everyone else's weekend? How was everyone's weekend?
Did we golf? We golfed.
Did we golf?
Yeah.
You guys golf?
Me, you, P, and Matt golfed.
Oh yeah, we did golf this weekend.
That was good. 7 out of the 9 drives that I hit, fucking striped right down the fairway. Hit some absolute beautiful drives. Second shot, all the way to the pin, nightmare. But you know what? It was the opposite for Bob. If we were playing on a scramble,
the exact opposite for me.
If me and Bob were scrambling, we would have shot a fucking 20.
It was. I couldn't drive the entire day. Besides the last 2 holes, I couldn't drive at all. From hole 1 to hole 7, it was a fucking shit show. Like barely getting straight on, barely getting to the edge of the fairway in front of us. And then after that, my second shot was on the green every fucking time.
It was. I mean, it literally we were yin and yang.
Yeah.
So.
2 peas in the pod. Do you guys normally just play 9 or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I only play 18 on very special occasions.
So Bob, I mean, I figured, you're a bigger guy like myself. You probably crush that ball on that drive. But for me, might be same for you. Like I don't start heating up till the back.
My problem is I try too hard to fucking kill the ball when all I need to do is just swing and touch the ball, and then I'm fine. But it takes me 5 or 6 holes to realize that.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I realized what the fuck I was doing wrong. So like the first 7 holes, I wasn't locking my lead elbow, so I was getting too much bend, and I was just topping the ball every fucking time. But I didn't realize that until the 7th hole.
Yeah. What you need is a checklist. You need a little routine when you get up there. You get up, you look behind the ball with your club. You're like, Happy Gilmore, here I come.
Yep.
And then. Okay, keep my left arm straight, lean back a little bit, back, up. But you need to have a checklist of, 20 different things, and you need to go over that every time.
I want to golf this weekend, but it's supposed to fucking pour.
It's gonna pour
and
on
I am
Saturday.
so sad. And now I have to text everybody that I was going to golf with and be like, hey, do we just cancel? Because
Go to it. I mean, there's so many golf sims near us that are really good, and it's probably cheaper.
Yeah, but they'll probably be booked.
Listen,
You never know. If you didn't realize it was going to rain up until today, I'm telling you, do the clubhouse on 114. It's great.
I'm just sad.
That was like my home away from home during COVID.
I'm just
because they didn't make you put a mask on inside the sim. It was great.
COVID.
Real golf guys don't do sims though. Real golf guys go out like Francis Ouimet and win the goddamn Open.
Yeah,
Dude,
I mean,
and I am
if
one
you
of
really
them.
are the golf man that you say you are, you'd be just doing it in the rain.
If they allow me to.
Yeah. True.
I don't
To
know.
be
I really
fair-
don't want. I don't.
to
Next
be
Thursday,
fair-
I really don't want to hear you going. Oh, dude, it was so wet. I was up to my ankles in water. I can hear you now. Just don't go.
Yeah, but King's Rail is like already fucking half marsh anyway.
Dude, it's underwater every time I go.
I know. Yeah.
I like King's Rail.
Fuck, man.
I
Fuck.
do like it. If anybody that works at King's Rail is listening, I thank you for the hospitality. I really appreciate it. But they let us like replay for free one time because we were the last people there. They were like, just go. I have to like they were like I was supposed to organize this thing in the clubhouse and I didn't do it, so I'm stuck here anyway. So if you guys want to like play another 9, just do it. And I was like, I have 6 more beers in my bag. I'm absolutely doing that. And then we quit after like 3. We went back to our cars and then we went to go drink. Couple things. We got a couple topics today. One, I want to talk about Starfield. Bob, I know you are still skeptical, but there's a lot of talk right now. The hype is at a fever pitch with Starfield. We are a week away, and there's quite a bit happening. There's also, Optic has released a premium subscription for content. Want to talk about that?
Better be nudes.
Hex nudes? Who
Who's to
knows?
say?
Who is to say? And also, Gamescom had yet another stage crasher, and I just think that it's time to get fucking serious with this shit. And based on the way some people are reacting on Twitter, like, I feel DataStream 101, thank you so much for the follow. The follows are just fucking rolling in today. Let's absolutely fucking go. It's a good galaxy brain move putting the game that we're playing as Starfield on here. What was I gonna say?
That's pretty good.
So we'll jump right into it. But I can't remember what I was gonna say. Everybody on Twitter is making me feel like a crazy person because I feel like nobody else is really concerned that the stage is getting fucking stormed at Gamescom, the Game Awards, and everything else. We'll get around to it, but let's talk some Starfield. Bob, is Starfield gonna be Game of the Year? Is it too close to call?
Dude, listen. I'm going to tell you right now, I have been skeptical on this game since it was announced. I don't know. I don't have faith in the software that Bethesda continues to use when creating these games. I think it's too old. It's too outdated. I think you just need to move on to whatever the next pasture is, move on to it and just start working from there.
Okay.
That being said, like, I trust the majority of what they release to be either playable. You know, the game could play, but I think it's gonna launch like fucking Fallout New Vegas did and be a buggy mess.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. A lot of people take my skepticism and negativity as I want this game to fail. I don't. I would rather be wrong in these circumstances, but I see so much hype going around like Starfield, this is it. This is the game.
Right.
This is the game. And people just completely put on the fucking horse blinders and forget the past, 5 fucking games that they've released have been buggy. Every single game has been buggy. Some of which you can still play the game, some of which are completely unplayable.
Okay.
So I don't know. I would like to be wrong. I would like the game to release and everybody fucking enjoys it. It's everything that they've ever said it was going to be, and I can swallow my own words and I could play it. Is it going to be on Game Pass?
Yeah, Game Pass Day 1. I think that's the whole.
Then I play it on Game Pass. Like, it's the reason why I have Game Pass to play games I wouldn't buy day 1.
Right. So can we get a Metacritic prediction?
Dude, I don't know because it's so hard to like. What have other people been saying it other than GQ? People who know nothing about video games.
All the reactions that I've seen is like, we can't say much, but like Bethesda took their time on this and for good reason, and it really shows. Not an obvious buggy mess. Like the game is clearly finished.
Okay, does it require like de novo where it has to be online at all times?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think that's
okay.
I don't think that's out there yet.
If it does, then what happens on day 1 release when 10 million people download the game? Then what?
I got nothing for you. I don't know.
And the game doesn't launch. The game doesn't launch for fucking 2 million of those people.
Throw a. Okay, so here's what I. Well, before I say this, just shoot from the hip here. Starfield Metascore prediction. Give me just throw a number out there. What do you think?
What are the highest ones that were released this year?
The highest rated games this year?
Yeah.
Metacritic.com. It's got to be Baldur's Gate 3 and
Remnant.
And
Tears of the Kingdom
Tears of the Kingdom. Baldur's Gate is 96, for example.
Okay. Give me a couple other 90s.
Let's see. Let me go to games.
Street Fighter 6, 92.
Ooh. What the fuck games? Oh, because I haven't.
I want to hear 3 games from 90, 80, and 70.
Armored Core
That's it.
6, 87. Red
Okay.
Dead Redemption for Switch, 84. Immortals of Aveum, 70. That's actually supposed to be a very good game too. I've heard a lot of people talking about Immortals of Aveum, and I really want to play it. I'm sorry, it's 83 for Xbox. I'm just looking at new games. Armored Core, 87.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say high 70s, low 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. High 70s. Let's write this down. Low 80s. What do you give me a number? Like 78?
70, anywhere ranging from 78 to 82.
All right. 78 to 82. All right.
And I'm not going to say average of 80. I think just
Okay.
anywhere in between is 78 to 82.
Tiggy, what do you think?
I'm very skeptical because a lot of games are built up on so much hype. I mean, this one clearly more than anything else this year. Just looking at a little gameplay, it looks very similar to like, I might be wrong, maybe this is ignorant, but it looks very similar to like kind of like a Destiny-like game a little bit. I don't know if you would agree, but I haven't done the most research. I don't know, but it looks interesting, but I don't know. I think Destiny is one of the most beautiful fucking games ever made, and the way how there's like it's such a big world, and it just seamlessly like goes from area to area, and the game's kind of in the worst state of all time right now. So I mean, It looks great. I mean, we're not going to know how it actually plays until we play it. I kind of agree with Bob. I think day one is going to be crazy because so many people are hyped up. So I mean, okay. I bet though with the reviews it'll be in the 80s minimum. I don't think it's going to go lower than the 80s.
Give me like a 4. Give me a 4 number range because Bob gave me a 78 to an 82. Give me a.
Oh, I think it's going to be anywhere. I mean, honestly, we might see crazy reviews right at the rip. Like, I mean, if people are reviewing the game now with not many people playing it, we'll probably see reviews in the 90s, I bet. So I'd be inclined to say, like, from 92 to 88, like that range. I'd say it's high 80s or low 90s right now, probably.
I think it's 92 to 96 off the rip.
Do we reassess after like a 2 weeks post launch?
I just want to see where everybody's head's at because I think we can reassess, but it's not an it's a single player game. There's only so much.
Right, but I know, but I want to see what happens 2 weeks after, where people are like, okay, so I've spent 80 hours in the game. Yep. I thought like there's supposed to be endless amounts of planets to explore. I've explored them all, just like fucking No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Like I want there to be a buffer period for people to play through the game, and then they change their.
There's also a lot of people that are starting to get to the third act of Baldur's Gate 3, for example, and are like, I don't really like the ending. This was the best game I've ever played up until the ending, and I didn't like it, which I think is very interesting. And I just hit the third act of Baldur's Gate 3, and it is getting to a point where it's starting. The story is definitely like kind of clogging up a little bit. There's just a lot of information. There's a lot of shit to do, and you kind of have like choice paralysis on like where to go next. But highest rated games this year: Baldur's Gate 3 96, Tears of the Kingdom 96, Metroid Prime Remastered 94, Resident Evil 4 93, Street Fighter 6 92, and Diablo 4 91.
You think it's going to be as good, if not better, than those games?
I mean, the only 2 games people are talking about right now, like big releases, are Baldur's Gate and Starfield. Hearing Pete Hines talk about it, who is the global publishing director for Bethesda, 150 hours isn't even close to 100%ing the game. Modders can make their own planets and missions.
I did see that, but that's
crazy.
Yeah, but how you can't do that on console? You can only do that on PC.
Unless they have some sort of like Forge type system eventually, which will allow Xbox players to experience those. New Game Plus right away. Modders can create planets. The game he said the game doesn't even really start until after the main quest, which is fucking wild. I mean, all of this shit is like, and there's so many Easter eggs. There's no level cap. I mean, this is like, we might be looking at. I mean, the idea is that I think people are describing what Skyrim is now, and this is not what, like, even Skyrim didn't have this level of hype when it came out, from what I remember in like 2011. Like, this might be a game that people are going to play for the next 20 years plus concurrently, and you know, with no end in sight. And I don't know. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but very interesting. Very interesting. And I want to buy into the hype. I want to believe. And I just don't see this. I don't see the Metascore being below a 90. I think 92 is the floor. If only IGN's going to give it a 9.7. Do they just do round numbers, or do they do decimal points?
Who fucking cares what they say?
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you that they're going to. It's a 9 minimum from IGN. It's easy 9. GameSpot 8.5. Game Informer 9.7. I'm telling you. Kotaku 1. It's an easy. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Nari's asking what would be a good single player only game to compare it with. I can't even think of one.
I mean,
like, what is a single game that's supposed to be that Elden Ring? They're claiming it's larger than that, like larger in scale than a game like Elden Ring.
I mean, like Baldur's...
any Ubisoft game?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
Baldur's Gate 3 is multiplayer, but like it's not designed to be like it's really a single player game that other people can just take turns with. It's not like a multiplayer experience.
Dude, I've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2 because we're going to play Baldur's Gate eventually.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I wouldn't play Divinity if I wasn't playing with other people.
Yeah.
I find I have so much fun playing with other people because it feels like I'm playing D&D. You
can also play D&D at my house. Anytime.
I know, but I also don't want to sit in traffic driving up the highway.
You can. If you wanted to, you can. Anytime. There's always a chair here for you. I miss you. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, single player games to compare it with. I mean, I know that
Ubisoft games. That's
yeah,
all I can think of.
I mean, yeah, like fucking Assassin's Creed Odyssey, maybe.
Yeah, but again, you have to compare the quote unquote scale of this shit.
Yeah.
You know how we play?
Cyberpunk?
We played? Again, look at the scale.
Yeah.
Remember in D&D when you're playing against planetary and space combat.
Right.
All of those other games are planetary combat. What Starfield is trying to compare it to is space combat or orbit or outer orbit combat, because you're saying you can go into these massive fucking maps and then go to another planet with another 5 massive maps in it. The scale that they're claiming is by like a fucking 10, by a margin of 10. I don't know. It just seems like it's. Look, if it's too good to be true, then maybe it is. That's all.
I know. And I mean, I'm having shades of like Cyberpunk right now, where it's like Cyberpunk was supposed to be the second coming of Christ, and then it came out and it was a heap of wet dog shit. I mean, granted, my understanding is that it is significantly better now.
But they also fucked up development for that because they claimed that it was going to be playable on previous gen consoles, when in reality, if they focus their efforts on current/next gen consoles,
right,
I think the game probably would not have been a
and
massive
Starfield
disaster.
Is only Series X and PC, right? Or Series S, X,
it has
PC,
to be.
Right?
Yeah, it has to.
It's not coming out on Xbox One.
No, it would have to be. Again, you have to look at it this way. They have been working on the same fucking infrastructure that they've been working on since fucking Oblivion.
I want to believe.
You can only stretch that shit so far.
I know, but I think maybe they have had enough time where it's been, God knows how, it's been fucking 20 years since this engine's been around, that and this game's been in the oven for what, 15 years? Let me
explain the argument I had with my driving school teacher, Frank, back in high school. Okay. He was telling us the same thing. He was like, yeah, maybe it would be better if they didn't allow people to get their licenses till 18 or 21. And I said, Frank, and then somebody would throw like a fucking pencil right past his head off of the wall. I'm pretty sure he retired after
Okay.
us. I said, Frank, would it make more sense, to allow people to get their permits at a younger age, so by the time they turn 18 and can purchase a vehicle, they have more experience behind the wheel?
Right.
And he said, "You're a fucking idiot." And I'm pretty sure he walked out because he lifted up the whiteboard and not Matt, Gino, you know who I'm talking about. Gino drew a massive dick on the entire whiteboard. He saw it and then he walked out of the room.
Unbelievable.
I'm walking out of the room right now. I just saw the massive
Good
dick
kid.
that you drew on the whiteboard. I just walked out of the room.
Good kid. Good. But moving right along. Speaking of massive dicks, it is a kind of a massive dick play to roll out a premium subscription service for your company's content only. But if anybody can do it, it's probably Optic. Tiggy, can you give us the rundown on what's happening with Optic Plus or whatever it's called?
Gotcha. So I believe it's called Optic Nation. Optic Nation, formerly was a second team to Optic Gaming back in the day for Call of Duty. They've now transformed Optic Nation into kind of like, somewhat of a fandom. They made it a website now. The new Optic Nation releases August 21st, a couple days ago. Anyways, it's going to be a premium content subscription model monthly. I believe it's $10 a month, or you can pay upfront for a year, $99.
Whoa.
I mean, so it's like, half the price of a Netflix subscription nowadays. So, if Optic is your favorite team, or you just want to if you're just a big esports fan and just want to learn more, I guess not even learn more, but just see more in depth if Optic's your favorite team. I think it's very cool. It's very interesting. I can name off some shows. They have Idiots, which is Hector Rodriguez, the CEO. He's with two buddies who are very good in the kitchen, and they also spray paint, which he's big into and stuff. So I've seen most of episode 1. They do El Paso, and they check out cool locations of food. They have a show with just Seth Abner Scump called The Goat Show, in which they just follow him around and stuff. There's also a show that's I think gonna be my favorite to watch, is probably Unprocessed, which it seems like they film the producers of Roger and Maddie, if he was still on production, stuff like that. So they kind of film the producers making the shows, editing all the shows and stuff, which I think is really cool. They have raw interviews with Formal, Karma. They have a creator of the week where they do videos and stuff. They have extended cuts, deleted scenes. They have Maniac 90 Days Sober. I bet what comes to Maniac's big into fitness now. I bet he runs fitness videos and stuff like that. Imagine oh, it's an online gym membership or something. It's they could do so much things. And like you said, Don, the only teams or organizations that could do this would be Optic Gaming, who literally have a stranglehold when it comes to North America, Call of Duty, and just other esports in general.
Yeah.
Then FaZe could possibly do it because they have 700 members. So I mean, that wouldn't be that hard. I guess everyone could do
I think
a video once every 4 months.
any further look behind the curtain with FaZe, and I think that would be a fucking disaster. Personally, I think they need all the editing they can get. But Liquid does something like this. Liquid has Liquid Plus, which is
really
their but it's a rewards program. I can't remember why I signed up for it, but Liquid Plus has it's points and rewards for people who watch Liquid streams and buy their merch and stuff like that, and then you get points, you get exclusive content right in your inbox, and you get access to giveaways that are exclusive to their members and stuff like that. It's free. It's a free thing. You just sign up for an account. But it's to consume the whole Liquid ecosystem because they're in so much different shit. But I don't know about the exclusive, behind the scenes content and programs and stuff like that. The one thing I think is interesting about this is my assumption is that the majority of this stuff's gonna live on YouTube. And even if you subscribe to Optic Nation, how much do you know how much it is? Did they say?
It's $10 a month, or you can pay upfront for a year for $100.
Okay, not terrible. I mean, again, if you're a diehard Optic fan, But then you have like YouTube Premium, because like if you're not a YouTube Premium subscriber, you're gonna have to still watch ads on the premium shit that you're paying for. And again, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Optic Nation. I don't know if it's gonna be on YouTube. It might be just like through an online portal, like Masterclass or something like that.
So I can answer that. So I signed up because they also offer a free year to military members or veterans and stuff like that.
Nice.
So
There we go.
which is
Hex,
awesome for them. Absolutely. Shout out Optic, could just be like good PR. I don't know if anyone in that organization was like has a lot of military members, something like that, or if they just wanted to do it to just something to do, which regardless, I think it's awesome. So I'm in there and you're able to play it and download like offline, just like the Netflix app and stuff like that.
Nice.
So you can just play it from the app. So it's I don't have YouTube Premium or anything like that, so I'm not watching any ads. So.
That's pretty cool. I mean, honestly, and again, I mean, that's a great look. Having it, a year free for vets. I mean, love that. Or for active duty military. And I mean, for people who are looking to, get deeper into what their favorite org is up to. Again, there's probably, you can count on one hand how many orgs can do this. Especially NA orgs. But yeah, I mean, I'd say it's a net good thing. I mean, you have their own kind of like original programming. They're definitely cutting out the middleman with YouTube and being like, we're just going to have our own shit. We're going to make people pay for it. And I'm sure they'll have some like free samples or whatever, maybe on YouTube. They'll have like episode 1 of each show or something on YouTube and then be like, subscribe to the thing to get the full shebang. But, they definitely have some great, personalities and players like Scump, who's retired now. So, I mean, hey, it's like, you miss Scump? You miss watching him? Now see him like you've never seen him before for $10 a month.
Yeah.
Kind of brilliant. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that as somebody who's not as big of an esports guy, I don't know that there's an org that I would pay to like have an inside track like that on. But I can see why somebody would pay for it. I mean, $10 isn't that bad. $100 a year, that's nothing. That's a game and a fucking battle pass. It's nothing. So, Bob, what do you think about the Optic Nation?
I think if you're paying $10 a month for a subscription service, there better be dicks and boobs. I just think it's these are like those fucking tertiary things that every organization is going to try to do following this that is going to further lead them into ruin. Like, it just makes no fucking sense. Why if you have a fan base, why are you trying to get more money out of them? I don't get it.
Because esports isn't profitable.
Sure, but it doesn't, like, how many people do you think are actually going to go out of their way and subscribe to something like this? If I am fans of esports organizations, I am fans of podcast networks, I'm fans of fucking YouTube channels, I am never going to, if they put a price wall in front of it, I am never going to pay it because it seems morally wrong to gatekeep content like that unless you are making the same. If you're making that content but you want to put it behind a paywall, it should be like, I'm trying to think of other types of, like, Patreon content is different because you're getting a secondary form of that content. To me, this just seems like these are all these things that we had planned. These are all these things that we wanted to do. Here's episode 1, pay $10 to see the rest. And it just seems, I don't know, kind of fucked to me. I wouldn't pay for any of this shit. And I follow esports every single day. You wouldn't catch me paying for this shit. That's all I'm saying. Unless I'm seeing dick swinging and boobs bouncing.
You heard it here. You heard it here first.
I think
if Hex shows peen, Bob's subscribing.
Sure. You get 1 month out of me, at least. But the thing is, we're gonna see people start ripping these videos and uploading them to all of the ripped sites. Like, I'll be scrolling through Fapello one of these days, just seeing fucking everyone's OnlyFans leaked. And then I'm gonna see the fucking podcast from Optic.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's what it's worth to you. Like, I don't know. I as somebody who's not as ingratiated into any one esports org, I can't say that I would go out of my way to pay for it. It is kind of similar to a Patreon though, where it's like,
Yeah,
hey, this is our premium.
why not just have a Patreon?
I mean, it's basically what it is, but they're cutting out the middleman. They have the infrastructure to do it. So why the fuck would they pay Patreon a premium to host them? Because they can just do it themselves.
Yeah, but they're being hosted on YouTube.
It might not be though. Who knows? I mean, it could be just an internal video player or something like Tiggy was just saying. It was kind of similar to Netflix, where there's like a native video player and you can download them offline and stuff like that. But you never know. I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, they're definitely going to still be doing regular content on YouTube and stuff like that. And it's a matter of what is the quality of this stuff? Is this like TV production level quality? You know, like I've watched some 100 Thieves videos, for example, and to me, I don't think that they're very entertaining. I don't think that they have and again, this is just me. I'm not the target audience for like the 100 Thieves like challenges and, you know, all of our influencers are gonna taste test a burger or something like that, or, you know, they're gonna, I don't know, do some sort of like quiz or trivia show. Like that's not my thing. But if you've been a fan of Optic for a long time, or you're like fascinated with Hex's life and stuff like that, which, you know, it's tough not to be. The guy's seen it all, done it all. Maybe you do want to see him go like taste food with his friends and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think for me, it's a good idea. I think it's good for the business because, again, we see time and time again that esports orgs are not profitable, or are barely profitable. And I'm sure, given that Hex has his hands in a whole lot of different pots, no pun intended, because he also sells weed, or has a weed line, rather. I didn't mean it like that.
He's a weed dealer.
He sells weed with Pine Park. You know, he's clearly trying to diversify the content stream and the revenue streams so that Optic can continue to grow as a global brand. I like the idea. I don't know that I would buy into it. It's not for me. And I don't know that there is an org like the fucking Patriots probably have something like this, or like Liverpool has stuff like this. And I still wouldn't, for me, I would not personally do this. But for Optic super fans, for people who are fascinated by their life, or maybe who just want to get a little sample of it and want to see more, $10 a month, it's what it's worth to you. You know, it's one trip to McDonald's. So, it's interesting though. I'm intrigued.
Dude, I think that this is just going to lead. I think we see too many of the orgs that are at the forefront, that are like the tip of the spear, basically, making these decisions and making all of these things that, you know, we haven't seen orgs do before. And when they do it, the smaller, lesser orgs see that as well,
right.
And they go, if they're doing it, we have to do it too.
Right.
And it's just it never works out for them. I think it's inherently going to be bad for smaller organizations if they try to do it as well.
Yeah, I mean,
that being said, maybe they won't, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't buy it. It doesn't make sense to me.
What's interesting to me is that there are so many orgs that are owned by like bigger enterprises. Optic's not one of them, right? Like they're still privately owned. They're not owned by like the Lakers or by, you know, the Patriots or whatever. Like, so they are creating their own candy. You know what I mean? Like they're creating and selling their own goods here. Whereas a smaller org could do this. That's maybe owned by the Kraft Group, to name one at random, or whatever. Or they're owned by the same ownership as the Lakers or the Knicks or fucking, you know, whatever. Any one of the million orgs that are out there that are being funded by a bigger sports enterprise. What's the one that Stan Kroenke, who owns Arsenal, and he laid off a bunch of people from the Guard, right? And LA Gorillas and stuff like that. He could pull funding at any time and be like, well, that shit ain't working out, so boop, see you later. That's what kind of, and it is a little scary, I think, on that front. But I don't know that every org is going to go, oh, Optic's doing it, so we can do it too, because Optic is there's such a massive organization that, like, how do you, I mean, if you're assuming that type of stuff, then you're probably pretty dumb, because that's like me saying, oh, well, you know, fucking Michael Phelps can swim a bajillion miles an hour, so I should be fine, and I'm just going to toss myself into an Olympic pool. probably a bad analogy, but Tiggy, what are your thoughts here?
I mean, I think some of your analogies were really good because Optic is the anomaly when it comes to like NA organizations in terms of content. I mean, they weren't the first ones to do like documentation. I know TSM was kind of like, I think TSM was kind of the forefront with them and like FaZe, and then Optic was involved too with like team houses and like literally doing documentation kind of like everyone's lives in the team houses and stuff. I used to watch Hex's vlogs every day, and every day he'd be visiting the Scuff House with like all the Call of Duty Halo guys and content creators, and then he'd go visit the CS:GO house when like Mixwell and Tarek were on the team and stuff, and like Stanislaw, like all these now legends and stuff in the space, and it was just awesome to see how they just lived their day-to-day lives. Like it was cool. You got to see Mixwell like walking on the treadmill, looking at strategies and stuff, and it was like you're never gonna see this anywhere else except for this vlog. I think the behind the scenes is really cool, and no one really tells the story of esports, and I feel like content is how you get the ad dollars to actually fund all these teams and stuff.
Right.
And I think more content, it's just extra content. They do their podcast, they put it everywhere else. They do other videos, they do sponsor videos on YouTube. This is just supposed to be extra behind the scenes and stuff. So I think it's really cool. Would I pay $10? I'm not sure. I'm a little anomaly by myself where I'm able to get it for free. So I think it's cool extra. The production is very good quality. They have enough production people on staff where this is kind of just like, hey, we got this. Why don't we just run it? Why don't we try it out, see how it goes?
Yeah.
In terms of, I know you mentioned like Optic, Hex initially sold to the Texas Rangers group, Infinite, I think, at one point.
Okay.
Then they sold to Immortals, then they got it back or something. But now they've merged with Envy Gaming. Like Envy Gaming, I think, bought out Optic, but then they took the Optic branding. So I don't know who owns it. I don't know if Hastra owns most of it. I don't know if they had the group before. So I don't know the full ownership in terms of that.
Current ownership is so Hastra is not the CEO anymore. It's owned by Adam Reimer and Jeff Moore. I don't know who those people are. I'm assuming they're just business people. I don't know. But I mean, in any case, like there's a lot of money behind it. They're still doing. It's not like they're getting rid of their podcast. It's not like they're getting rid of any content and just vaulting it and being like, if you want to pay for it, pay $10 a month. They're doing original programming. They're going to try it out, and we'll see what happens. We've seen lots of other organizations and like websites do stuff like this, whether it's Patreon or something else, where they'll say, hey, if you want an extra behind the scenes look, pay us a couple bucks a month. We'll do that. It's no different than anybody having a Patreon. And I mean, as we've mentioned before, there's barely enough money in esports to go around, where people are fucking shuttering teams or selling them off, or fragmenting them, or laying off entire like arms of organizations. So if this helps to maybe grow the game, no pun intended, I mean, I don't see the harm in it. Especially if like I said, especially if they're not like just moving shit off of YouTube and being like, if you want to catch season 2 of Hex, eats, fucking cheeseburgers, you gotta go pay on Optic Plus, because that would be silly. But but $10. I mean, it's at least it's not like Netflix, which is like going up every other day. Yeah. You guys will listen to some voicemails because we missed them last week.
Yeah.
Need advice? Pick up that phone and talk to a dad.
617-701-7678, the WGG Internet Sauce Line. First caller. What do you got?
What's up, guys? It's Reg here. Just wanted to say...
Make sure it's like right at the front.
It's Reg here. Just wanted to say congratulations on 350 episodes and counting. I'm so proud of the community and all you guys have done over the years. And Tiggy absolutely nailing it as guest co-host. I'm proud of you, man. Keep up the good work. And I can't believe Flipped Game is going to be 7 years strong and only getting stronger. I just want to add, just keep on lookout for more articles by me on FlippedGaming.com. I even got this review coming I've had in the oven for a while, and it's almost done, I swear. I hope you guys enjoy them. Anyway, keep up the great work, guys. Peace.
Thank you, Reg. Appreciate that. And yes, that review is up now on wickedgoodgaming.com. So make sure you go check that out. Next caller, what do you got?
What is up, this here forward? I tell you guys are looking tremendous today. Oh, what a week it's been, but finally it's
Pull it away a little bit.
time. due to having no money, somewhat mismanaging seemingly all of it. They recently did regardless, doesn't matter. Anyways, so what? They're losing $700,000 every month and stuff, and not profitable in the slightest. Let's say you would have $1 million, you three, to run an organization. $1 million a year. How would you build up the organization, and how would you fix esports? Because if anyone can do it, you three can. Anyways, that's all I have. Love you guys. Keep doing your dog.
Oh, we talked about this last week.
Thank you, mystery caller.
I think we did it 2 weeks ago.
If we had $1 million,
Tiggy and I talked about this, if not last week, 2 weeks ago.
if I had $1 million, I would start my own premium subscription program. And that's how I would fix esports. That's what I would do.
Nah. Counter-Strike, this is exactly what I said 2 weeks ago. Put together a Counter-Strike team, 3 NA players, 3 young, hungry NA players, 2 veteran Europeans to come in and lead the team, a sports analyst, a sports psychologist, and then probably pay even more for videographers and production to pump out content every other day.
True.
Oh.
You know what I would do is I would spend $1 million on a trip around the world for a whole calendar year and go to every major esports event in every country for whatever the 5 big, like CSGO, League, COD, Dota, and what else? Valorant. I'd go to all of them, and I would spend a mil, travel, one cameraman, 1 audio guy, me, and just do an Anthony Bourdain style, no reservations, just walking in and just getting the real fucking, get into the red meat of what makes esports tick. That's what I would do. Globetrot for an entire calendar year, release it on the Discovery Channel. See you later. Multi-million-dollar contracts. Esports is saved. You're welcome.
Dom's doing that, and Bob and I are just hanging out at the States, holding down the fort.
Like I said, video guy, audio guy. Audio, Bob.
Oh, we're them. Okay.
Bob is the audio file of the group, so Bob would obviously be in charge of that.
Yep. I've done a little video work for you already. So,
steady hands.
Sounds good.
We could rotate, but I'm just saying, esports is saved. A mil? Psh, see you later. I'm out of there.
Too easy.
The first Saw movie was $500K. We could do that.
First episode of Seinfeld was $200.
See?
Come on.
Crazier things have happened. But thank you for the voicemails. For everybody that's listening now, leave us a voicemail. We'll listen to yours on the next episode. 617-701-7678, the WGG Internet Dad Sauce Line. Let's land the train, shall we? Tiggy, what do you got?
Not much. Just want to thank you guys for the opportunity, obviously, to come on. I always have a blast hanging out. Just want to say, COD Modern Warfare 3 getting a little good publicity here. I know we kind of missed it. Maybe intentionally we skipped over a little bit, but I just want to get it in. Modern Warfare 3 looking really good. Anyways, that happened. LCS, LEC, LCK finals are over. Worlds are kind of set, so that's cool. NRG, Andy Miller beat C9 to stop the three-peat, which is crazy.
I was watching that. That was fucking. That was a cool.
Fucking
final.
insane. The odds, you can see the odds on DraftKings, and they were, I think, 12-1 favorites. C9 was to win. It was insane. That was cool. Faker lost to Chovy yet again in the LCK finals. Faker might be done. Ex-professional League Legends player Dopa went to South Korea. Military to serve his 2-year sentence.
Saw that too.
Nope, not a sentence. Sorry, there's 2 years of commitment. Yep.
Contract.
But, I think that was it. I also played Halo a little bit over the weekend. Had somewhat of fun, and I forgot I own actually a Sentinels skin, so I was rocking that, trying to save on my guess a little bit. I don't know, but that's all I got. Catch me Saturday, twitch.tv/TiggyNation.
Beer mile.
Saturday morning, beer mile for you guys.
Absolutely. Bob.
Shout out to Tiggy. Thank you for joining us again. Can't wait to see you again next week. Can't wait to see you on Saturday, since I won't be able to golf.
Yeah.
I'll just be in sad, not golfing.
Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that on Saturday. Juju, thank you for showing up. We're literally just about to wrap up, but I appreciate you. And Pete, we're about to wrap up here. But Appreciate you guys. Thank you for all hanging out in the chat. We had a bunch of people in the chat.
It's gonna downpour on fucking Saturday.
We had a bunch of people in the chat tonight, so thank you so much for the followers, the gifted subs, everything. Lundoplex, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you for everybody who followed, who's been active in the chat. We appreciate you, Tiggy. Looking forward to having you on again next week. Good luck with the beer mile. I am gonna run a couple miles myself tomorrow in the pouring rain, so hopefully, hopefully I don't die. That would be tragic. But for everybody else, and then Idle T Patches shit at 42069. Thank you so much for chatting. We appreciate you. And for everybody else, thank you for subscribing. Make sure that you follow us, download the episodes, rate 5 stars on Spotify. This has been episode 351 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. I love you so much. We love you so much. And we'll see you next week.
Fight.